Welcome, everybody, to episode 30 of The Geek Perspective. I am your host, Roy, and on today's show, we are discussing and reviewing In the Tall Grass by Stephen King. What's going on, boys?
What's up, Roy? How you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. Getting ready for the weekend. I'm going to do some horror movies tonight, I think. Do some scary
Mm-hmm.
movies, get closer to Halloween.
Nice.
What do you guys get going on?
I
Not
am
a whole lot.
this weekend finally.
You're not working.
Nah, I finally got a whole weekend off. I don't know how that happened.
What? We'll talk to your boss about that. We'll have to fix that.
I even got an extra day. He's probably mad about that.
You probably screwed up. You screwed up. Like, hey, how'd that happen? So, you guys watch anything good this past week?
I caught up on the entire DVR, so I'm caught up on all of the superhero shows
What?
for once.
What? I still
Nice.
watched Black Lightning.
Yeah, I got to catch up on shows.
Was that Tom?
I said I got to catch up on my show. I didn't watch my. Oh, I did. Oh, I'm glad you said it. Did watch Zombieland 2 Double Tap on Monday.
That's right. How was it?
I loved it personally. I thought it was super fun. I'm not going to give away. I won't give away too much, but you should definitely go see it. It was just a really fun movie. Picked up a few years later. They're all older. They've been living in the the zombie wasteland that is the world, and their zombies have evolved a little bit. I won't get too much into it, but they've evolved, and they introduced new characters, and there's a great credit scene. So, and it's not like at the end of the credits. It's like maybe 30 seconds to a minute into the credits. So if you go to see it, make sure you watch it because it's awesome. I thought it was a fun movie. The only thing that makes me is I feel like they didn't set it up for a 3, but they left it open to definitely keep a 3. And I just don't feel like you need it unless they came up with a great way to end the story somehow in 3, you know what I mean? And made it matter somehow. I hope they don't, because I mean they did that with The Hangover, and there was no need for Hangover 3. You know what I mean? There was really no need for 2, but I understand it because 1 was so popular, with like a zeitgeist in popular culture at the time. So I understand the 2, but then they just milked it for the 3, and I have a feeling they'll do that with Zombieland. But I don't know, But yeah, it's great. I give it 2 thumbs up. Definitely go check it out.
So you're giving it a double tap.
And I give it a double tap for sure.
He's double tapping. So, have you guys watched American Horror Story? I'm sure Derek hasn't.
Nope.
I have.
Oh man, what a great show!
I love this season, man. I love it. It's it's crazy like it always is. Like all the seasons, they twist and get crazy. But in the same sense, I feel like it's one of the more straightforward seasons in the same sense. You know what I mean? Because it's like that slasher feel to it and everything. So I'm digging it. I dig this season a lot.
I'm an 80s kid, so
yeah,
I was brought up on the slasher genre. So anytime you see a slasher, I'm like, ooh, where? This season is easily my second favorite season of all of them.
What's number 1?
Yeah.
Great season.
Yeah, number 1. Yeah, first season, Murder House was great. I love Murder House. I loved Asylum too. The only thing I didn't like in Asylum, well, it's not that I didn't like it. I just didn't understand the need for the aliens in Asylum.
That made no sense to me.
I didn't feel like it needed that because the rest of it was so great. What's that?
Which one was in Boston?
That was part of Asylum, I believe. Was
I thought.
Oh, what's your favorite slasher movie, Roy?
Oh, easily. Friday the 13th, 1 and 2, easily.
Nice. Nice. Mine, Texas Chainsaw Massacre for me.
I have a limited basis, so I'm going to have to say Halloween.
You can't go wrong with Halloween.
She says Hotel. Does she mean? American Horror Story Hotel. Yeah, that was a good season too. Hotel was.
Also, his dad said,
Dad said hi.
"Yeah." So, definitely my favorite Friday the 13th. I saw Halloween, and as a kid, I was like, it just dragged on for a while. And then I saw Friday the 13th, and that was just the first one dragged on, but the way I saw part two, the big ass bad dude just messing people up. I was like, holy Jesus. I loved it. Fell in love. That made me fall in love with the horror genre. And actually, it's funny, we're talking about that right now. There's an article on Screen Rant, and it talks about how Scream, which I totally agree with, has is been given credit for bringing back the slasher genre.
Yeah,
It was dead until Scream came.
yeah,
And first Scream, to me, rivals for the 90s what Friday the 13th did for the 80s.
yeah. Oh, I agree. Have
Totally
you
brought back.
have you watched the Scream TV series on MTV, Roy?
I haven't. How is it?
It's definitely not geared for people of our age, Roy. For sure, it's definitely geared for teens and 20 somethings. I mean, obviously, it's on MTV too, or MTV2, or MTV 800, or whatever it is now with MTV. But and the most recent season, which was 3, which it took years to come out, and they completely recast and rebooted the story and everything, was my least favorite of them all. But I watched them because I'm a horror junkie. You know what I mean? I watched them all, and I can in horror I can always find something I like, even if the movie's terrible. I can always find something I enjoy. So I've seen, I mean, it's one of those things. You have nothing else to watch, Roy. Just pull it up on the stick, the Fire Stick, and check it out. It's definitely not great though.
Definitely. Have you guys watched The Flash or Supernatural at all?
I have not.
Oh, Jesus.
I've actually watched them. Surprise!
You watched them?
Yeah.
Holy black Jesus. The Flash is Tom, you're not a big Flash guy, right, Tom?
No, not a big Flash guy. I was watching Green Arrow. I got to catch back up on Green Arrow. But yeah, Flash.
Right. I was gonna say, like, right now, out of all the DC shows on the CW, the Flash and Arrow are the only two that are showing stories setting up for the Crisis crossover.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the Flash has been doing it. Well, they both have been doing it for a few
Since
weeks.
episode 1, pretty much.
And it's funny. Both shows are saying the main character is supposed to die.
So now, because of that, like, I'm already thinking, I'm like, okay, so then maybe it was supposed to be Barry that was gonna die, but then maybe Oliver saves him instead and takes the bullet, or whatever it's gonna be. Or...
One day on YouTube says the Flash should die, and the Kid Flash should take over. And I'm like, no, that cannot happen.
While he's not there, he can't. He's not ready for this.
Yeah, I don't see that happen. I don't see that happening at all.
Maybe for like an episode or two.
Yeah,
but I don't think he can carry the rest of the season. The franchise.
I think that splinters the whole show. I don't think the show would survive. And then
if Oliver died in Arrow, for example, like having in the comics, John Diggle taken up the Arrow suit and everything like that in the comics before.
Well, I thought in the comic books he became Green Arrow at one point. I mean, not Green Arrow.
I'm trying to.
See, I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well,
they're stuck with him becoming Green Lantern.
And okay.
Bringing him to the CW universe.
Oh, okay. I had thought in the comics at one point,
Well, he did on the show.
Oh, he did on the show?
He did on the show.
I think he's done it at least twice to cover for Oliver. Like while Oliver was arrested or something.
Rich Allenquist says Ankle Biters is the best horror movie in the world. It is a freaking awesome horror movie. If you like midget vampires or little people vampires,
I gotta check. I gotta check it out.
It's funny as shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's on my list.
So, tell me, buying new pops?
Well, I mean, I got the 2 for you guys.
Yes.
Did he freeze?
Blades, the Bruin mascot.
Yep.
Derek, his anime one. Goku SGSS Goku is what it says. I
think
have no idea. What's that?
It's abbreviated Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So they just abbreviated the Super Saiyan Blue.
Okay.
Saiyan-
Yeah, I got a couple Purge ones in the mail. Because I had a gift card to Hot Topic, so I was like, yeah, they had them online. A couple of the Purge ones. Other than that, I'm trying to think. Nothing really. You know, I got my tikis though, my geeky tikis.
Yes.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I also got Ghostface. I love these. This thing's really cool. Great mug. I'm telling you, it keeps stuff super cold. It's big. It's durable. I know a lot of people don't drink out of they keep them as souvenirs, but I was just like, this is too cool. If I can always buy another one because they're like on clearance near me. But yeah, I dig these things.
Yeah, definitely want the Friday the 13th without question. That and Ghostface actually. That's
I'll definitely, I'm usually at that mall once or twice a week, so I'll definitely, I'll check. I thought I saw Jason, but I'll definitely if it's there, I'll grab it for you for sure.
Thanks. And if not, maybe they'll have it next weekend. Because next weekend, boys.
Yes, sir.
In Comic-Con.
It's about time.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait, man. I can't wait. God, when we started this podcast, it seemed so far away. It was just like, oh man, we got a whole year or not. I mean, it hasn't been we haven't been doing this podcast for a year, but it was a long ways away. And now it's it's less than a week. It's Friday. It starts Friday.
It's been over half a year. It's been 30 weeks. 30 weeks. This is our 30th episode.
Yep.
So it's been 3/4 of the way there. It's hard to believe it's been that long.
Yeah, I can't.
Only yesterday.
Now, you guys getting any big autographs? I know Derek here is going to spend about $1,000, I think, on autographs.
I already spent $220 and it hasn't even started yet.
I don't think I'm bringing that much with me to Comic-Con.
I'm just bringing my card.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus!
But I already bought a photo op.
Nice.
With who?
The My Hero Academia cast.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
All 9 of them.
Nice.
Isn't that the group photo?
Yep.
That the expensive one?
Yep.
Very cool.
But if you break it down, like, because it's 9 people and it was like $220 or $225, it's pretty much just roughly the same as if you went to each one. If they're all the same price at $25.
Yeah.
Well, would they be $25? That's all they would be.
Well, they're anime, they're voice actors, so like they're not as big as like the regular celebrities.
The voice actors?
Yeah, it's the voice actors.
Oh, okay.
So like theirs are a little cheaper, but some of them.
Why would
can
you
be,
do
like,
voice actors on photo?
Because
no, honestly, I just thought they would be dressed up.
Well, the voice actors, I mean, they could go dressed up to the con if they wanted to, but they voice so many characters. Like,
no, I understand. I don't know why you would ask. I understand, why, but for some reason, when you said that, I envisioned they're going to be dressed up for some reason. I don't know why I thought that.
I mean, it would be cool for My Hero Academia if they'd all be dressed as superheroes, so it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. For some reason, that's what I was envisioning. I don't know why I was doing that.
You know, if I happen to be lucky enough to escort them or at the photo op, I'll ask them the question. Hey, have you guys ever thought of dressing up as your characters for?
Yeah, tell them. Raymond Ludwig says, "Woo!" And Rich Alquist says that we rock.
See, woo, that's the wrong wrestler going. Ric Flair. We don't got Ric Flair. We got Mick
No,
Foley.
Ric Flair is going to be in freaking Saudi Arabia.
But we got John Moxley. That's cool. He is one that I would consider maybe getting an autograph. This year probably has the most people that I want because I'm not a big autograph guy, but I was thinking about getting George Lowe. He does the voice of Space Ghost. I have a Space Ghost pop. The two actors that play, Patrick Warburton and then Peter Serafinowicz, the guys that played the the Tick. I want to get both theirs. Moxley, maybe. God, there's a couple others too. Like normally, like last year, I got an Elvira, you know, and that was it. And you know, a couple people gave me theirs, but yeah, there's a lot this year. How about you, Roy?
You know, it's funny you say that because like I would definitely get John Moxley.
Yeah,
Because he's a shit. He's awesome.
yeah, he's very cool.
You don't want to get Mick Foley or Kurt Angle?
I'd love to get Kurt Foley. I actually met him when I think Raymond here was with him for a little while, or at least Raymond met him, and they said that he was really nice. And Raymond wants me to get Robert England. I'm not going to be able to touch Robert England.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah,
Working with him. If I'm working with him, and I would get it.
yeah, that's gonna be.
Mick Foley is mad nice.
Oh, he's definitely a people person.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of him at New York Comic Con? Someone brought like a
Raymond wants to fight me for some reason now. All of a sudden.
Someone brought the new 24/7 title belt to New York Comic Con, and then Mick Foley pinned him.
That'd be awesome.
That's really cool.
Rhode Island, that'd be so cool. They did that.
It's like
I think it's the dumbest title in the world, but it'd be fun to see.
I mean, like, that's a good story. It's like, oh, Mick Foley pinned me at Comic Con.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, they
get one of the fans involved coming to the show, and they're like, "You're gonna pin so and so, become the champion," and then Mick Foley's gonna pin you. That'd be badass. I would do that in a second.
Yeah,
we could tweet them, see if they're up for the challenge. We could probably tweet WWE and see if they're up for the challenge. Yeah. They don't have to listen to
Derek,
us, but
tweet them right now, Derek. say, Geek Perspective, the greatest show on the planet, says
you should pin one of us. Like, let us win the title and then have Mick Foley or any of the other WWE stars.
Right, exactly. But hey guys, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video with all your friends, and click the little bell so you keep informed with all our live releases and new content that we keep coming out with. Because along with movie reviews, we're kind of changing our format just slightly, just so everyone knows. And we're going to be viewing a TV show. We're talking about maybe doing American Horror Story possibly after the convention. But stay tuned for that for the next episode, and we'll let you know what's going on.
Yeah, we're going to start transitioning more into reviews. So if you have anything else you want us to review, please message us on here, you know, or talk to us, or on any of our social media. We're on all of them. You know, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's all Geek Perspective on all of them. Twitter, it's Geek Perspective 2. Instead of an E at the end of perspective, there's a 2 there. So definitely, if you have something, a movie or a director or an actor, you know, that you want us to review, please let us know, because we're transitioning away from just talking about
everything.
Yes, of doing a little bit of everything and more into just doing reviews. That said, before we go, there are I want to give you some Comic-Con news, because we just made this change and Comic-Con is coming up, and it wouldn't be fair for us to just drop it out of the blue on you. So a couple other people have canceled for Rhode Island Comic-Con. Real quick, I'll just go over the list. Felicia Day has canceled. Rich Almquist says England sucks. No, he doesn't. I disagree. I'll fight you, Rich.
He probably means the country.
What's that?
He probably means the country.
Yeah. So Felicia Day, you already knew about Jeremy Piven. Like I said, nobody gives a shit. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Jeremy.
He does suck.
What's that?
He does suck.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. Matt Ryan from Legends of Tomorrow, right?
I was sad for that one too.
Yeah. Matthew Modine, he had been canceled for a while. Stranger Things. Okay, this one, Palm. I'm gonna butcher her name. Clementef. She canceled. I mentioned this last time. I'm bummed about this one. Of the next two that I'm gonna mention, Robin Lord Taylor played Penguin in Gotham. He has canceled, unfortunately. I would have got probably his autograph too.
Yeah, I would have gotten those actually.
I'm so happy I got his twice.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah.
get that next one too. I know, but I'm bummed because I went out and bought a couple of pops for it to have her sign. Is Rose MacGyver? She plays Livermore in iZombie. So yes, they have all canceled, and if anybody else cancels, just we'll put it up on either on social media, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter to let you know. But as of right now, they have all canceled.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what all of the reasons are for them canceling. All I know is that Felicia Day put up a video on Facebook.
Jeremy Piven was in all kinds of
And-
movies.
Oh, and I did forget Michael Cutlets too has canceled.
Yeah. I was looking forward to that one too.
Yeah, he's really awesome. Piven was in.
He was in Entourage. He played Ari Gold in Entourage. That was what made him famous. He's been in a lot of movies. I know him because I lived in Chicago, and he's from Chicago. He's friends with the God, what's that huge family of actors. I'm so bad. My memory's so terrible now. I'll think of it afterwards. What else has he been in?
He was in that big British show.
Oh yeah, Mr. Oh God, I loved that show. That show was great, actually. The PBS show there. It was an excellent show. Mr. Selfridge on PBS. That was a great show. I'm looking it up real quick.
Are we gonna have a fight between Rich and Raymond later?
I know. I know what's going on here. Richard and Raymond are getting into it now all of a sudden.
Okay, he was. Oh yeah, he was in. He was in the sitcom Ellen. I remember that back in the day. He was in Ellen. Mr. Selfridge, Entourage. Okay, filmography. PCU. That's what he was famous for. He was in PCU. That was really where he first got it. He's in Grosse Point Blank, Kiss the Girls, Very Bad Things, Rush Hour 2, Black Hawk Down, Scary Movie 3. Just scrolling to go for the bigger ones here. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, he's in all that. So
All kinds of crap.
yeah, she still sucks.
All right, let's get into In the Tall Grass.
Yeah.
Here. So, In the Tall Grass was released on October 4th, 2019. The director was Vincenzo Natali. It was produced by Steve Hoban and Jimmy Miller, based on the book by the same name, In the Tall Grass, by Stephen King and Joe Hill, who, if you didn't know, is Stephen King's son. And the movie runs 90 minutes, but there's an extra version of it with 101 minutes long with an extended version, which I haven't seen. So I'm kind of curious about that. You guys watch the extended version or the regular version?
Regular version.
Yeah, me too.
I think it was regular. Yeah, I clicked whatever I clicked. I don't know. I was paying attention, so I think it was regular.
I wonder if this would be like a DVD type of thing, if they still make DVDs. I don't know. Seems kind of weird. But the show is starring Harrison Gilbertson as Travis. Just lost my screen here. Travis McKeon, who plays Becky's boyfriend, and Lisla D. Oliveira as Becky DeMuth, Avery Whitted as Cal DeMuth, Becky's brother, and Lisla is Travis's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Will Buey, I think that's how you say his name, I have no idea, as Tobin Humboldt, the little boy who gets lost in the grass. It's just funny. You say you get lost in the grass. How the bleep do you get lost in grass? But anyway.
Some tall grass, I guess.
Yeah, cut the damn grass. Rachel Wilson as Natalie Humboldt, Will's mom. Patrick Wilson as Ross Humboldt, Will's daddy. Now, the plot, as you can guess, people get lost in grass. But as it starts out, siblings Becky and Cal DeMuth are traveling to San Diego, and Becky is pregnant, 6 months pregnant.
I thought they were going to San Francisco.
Is it San Francisco or San Diego?
I thought it was I could be wrong. I thought it was San Francisco, though.
Yeah.
Minor detail.
Yeah, it doesn't change it. Sorry, that's my OCD.
Nope, that's fine. They go to California, and she can give up her baby for adoption. And they stopped outside an old church, and when they're standing outside, they hear a little boy yelling for help in the grass. And one thing about that creeped me out was you hear the boy yell in the grass, and that's like, all right, he's in trouble. But the mother, when the mother started begging the boy not to call anybody, I'm like, that seemed creepy in itself because, well, one, why wouldn't you want him yelling for help if he's in trouble? And two, it just sounded creepy when they're saying, "Don't yell for help."
I think it's because when the sister's boyfriend was in the grass with them, I don't think they felt comfortable with him being in the grass. I think they were afraid of him. I don't know why, but I think that was my thought on why the mother didn't want the kid to call.
By the way, you were right. It is San Diego. Sorry.
All right, you'll be $5,000.
Okay, put it on my tab.
All righty, sign a tab for Tom. Hey, tab for Tom.
Mhm.
All right. So, needless to say, the siblings enter the maze trying to find the little boy because he's in trouble. And it's pretty safe to say that this tall grass isn't like your normal tall grass.
Not if it's Stephen King's tall grass.
Not when it's Stephen King's tall grass. Now, do they find Tobin? Of course they do. They come across the parents, and one of them gets consumed by the grass, so to speak, and things go crazy. You know, one thing that I thought was kind of weird in this movie was you get separated from people.
Really quickly.
That happens. Why don't you just stay together?
Yeah.
You go into a maze. You're in a maze. Why don't you just stay together?
Yeah.
Like you're in a fucking maze. Oh, you go that way. I'll go
Because
this way. We'll meet.
That's
it's a
not how
maze.
horror movies or thrillers work. You
Oh,
do the logic.
Yeah, that's exactly why. I'll tell you why. Because if they did that, then there'd be no movie. You know?
And that's why you don't see black people in horror movies very often because we ain't stupid enough to split up.
Well, if you are in it, you just get killed right away. That's the worst part. God. It's like, jeez.
I said we weren't stupid. I just said we just don't go into the woods. Like I said, I will stay together, and then you have these grass creatures, and all kinds of crap that's happening. There's a big rock involved. It's
Got pictures on it.
yeah, it's just weird. I don't want to say like a time shift movie, but there's twists and turns, and
There's definitely
what happens again, so to speak. What happened before rehappens, and you have to just see the movie. You have Travis at the end does something that changes the whole thought of the whole movie of the outcome, which I thought was pretty amazing.
Mhm.
I thought it'd be a good movie. I actually liked it. I didn't know what to expect because you're in the grass. You know kind of where it's going because it's a Stephen King movie, so you kind of have an idea. But there were some creepy scenes, like when they're running through the film work. I think it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It was almost like it was first person in some scenes where you show them running. I almost felt like I was there, and that's what I thought was pretty cool. Anybody have any comments, questions?
I did feel like I missed something in the movie to explain why, like, the same thing kept happening again. Like, you saw characters that were clearly dead in the field, but then like
They came
the
back.
next scene, like they're fine, and then like.
I just took it as a supernatural, paranormal type of thing.
But the other thing too is like, Travis clearly got there 2 months after they were in the field because he said so.
Yep.
And so theoretically, they should all be dead if they're just stuck in the grass, and he finds them fine
How do you know they weren't dead?
because they were breathing.
How do you know they were breathing?
Because they're alive.
How do you know they're alive?
Because they were moving.
So my question for you, Roy, on this, but kind of piggybacking off Derek, do you like it that so much is left unexplained in a movie? That way you can interpret it yourself and kind of, or would rather it like to further what Derek was saying? I feel like they could have explained more personally, of like, we see certain things, and I don't want to give away too much because you should definitely check it out. I mean, love it or hate it.
With the review.
What's that?
I was trying to be careful with my review, not to give anything away.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying. I'm just asking, do you like that? You know what I mean?
If a movie is done well, I don't mind it as much.
Yeah.
If the movie it's just all over the place, it makes no sense, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This pisses me off because it's like you're not even trying.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, how do I know you didn't do it? You did it on purpose, and you didn't do it because you were an idiot and didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, could the person writing this, were they just an idiot and just left holes in it because they're idiots, or do they direct to go and the writer go, I want you to make your own decision and judgment on what happened. I feel like this movie, the director and the writer want you to make a decision as to what happened with these people. So in that respect, I think it's cool because they're leaving it on you on what happens. You have to come up with your own interpretation of what actually happened.
Yeah. And Joe Hill helped write this, right? Co-wrote it, Joe Hill?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it was King and Joe Hill is Stephen King. For anybody that doesn't know, is Stephen King's son. He's a writer. He's been writing for years. He wrote Nosferatu, which is a show that was just on FX. He also wrote Lock and Key, which is coming to Netflix, I believe. It was Hulu, but I think Hulu.
Give me like Derek. What is up with Derek?
And so yeah, Joe Hill. Yeah, he goes by Hill because he didn't want to live off. He didn't want to break into the market as a writer, and everybody to treat him different because of he's Stephen King's son. So it actually people didn't know for. I believe it was like the first 5 or 7 years that he was a writer that he was Stephen King's son because he went by Joe Hill. So
can I make a really bad pun with their names?
Yeah, go for it.
Would you say he's King of the Hill?
Jesus.
I said it was a really bad pun.
Let me give you some of the scores that some gave.
Yeah.
Yeah. IMDb gave it a 5.5 out of 10.
Ooh.
Robert Ebert gave it a 2.5 out of 4. Rotten Tomatoes only gave it a 40%. I did see that Google, people that voted on Google gave it a 69 or 60%. So Google gave a more positive review. And one thing that's kind of strange, while it's on Netflix for free, it also was on Amazon Prime for $1.99. I'm like, okay, and I have both.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it for free.
Not me. I asked if I could pay a little more than $1.99. I said, "Will you take $5 so I can watch this?"
Can I give you money so I can watch it?
Yeah.
And here's some trivia for you. In the scene at the church, there's a 1959 Chevy outside the church. Customized grill, and the grill, it was made there to resemble Christine, the 58 Plymouth from Stephen King's novel Christine.
Oh, nice.
I saw that, and I'm like, that looks like the car from Christine. And I'm like, this is going to be a crazy ass movie. And sure enough, it was. If you go watch it again, watch out for the red car.
I love little Easter eggs like that. That's awesome. I enjoy stuff like that.
Yeah, read it online. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. So I went back and checked. Sure enough, it was there, and I was right. I thought it was, but I always think, it's just my imagination. It wasn't there for that reason, but sure enough, I was correct. So, what would you guys give it? A 1 out of 10?
Oh, me. I had mixed feelings about it. I wanted to like it a lot, and I didn't like it a lot, but I didn't hate it. Okay. my lowest score to date on any of our review shows, I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I'm gonna give it a little bit lower than you, but I don't think it's my lowest rating. I'll give it a 6 because I did like the story, even though like it was I don't know if some parts were just unanswered because I maybe missed something that they had said, or if it was like their intention to do that.
What about you,
Myself,
Ryan?
I love Stephen King. Always have. I think this movie had a lot of potential, but I don't think it's his best work. Do I consider it rewatchable? I don't think so. I don't think this is one movie I'd rewatch
Yeah.
unless I had to for some reason.
Like if they actually made it a sequel or something.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to give it a 5.6.
Wow, I was the highest out of all of you. I didn't expect that. And just to jump in real quick, you say you love Stephen King. If you are a fan of Stephen King, it has a lot of Stephen King elements in it. From Tobin, the carrot, he like my first thought, I was just like, when I saw the little boy, I was like, this is so Stephen King right here with the little boy looking the way he did, acting the way he did. There's a lot of like those Stephen King elements to it. So if you are a fan, you might like it a lot. You might like it a lot.
Yeah, well, I am, and I liked it okay.
I was surprised because like I looked up the cast for the movie.
It's a good cast.
Because like the kid looked familiar to me. I was like, what the hell was he in? Apparently he's on Disney Channel. I'm surprised they let him do like an R-rated movie.
He was creepy.
He was.
He did a really good job.
Yeah.
That kid, give him props.
Yeah.
He did a really, really, really good job.
Yeah, when you first saw him, like first in the grass, oh man, yeah, he was very creepy looking, talked creepy, his eyes were creepy. It's just like, fuck this little creep. He did a really good job.
All right. So yeah, I mean it was a pretty good movie. I'm over 5. I didn't give it under 5. I liked it. It wouldn't be one of my movies I'd watch again just to watch it.
Yeah.
No reason for it. Yeah, too much happened that like if seeing it again wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
Like I don't see me watching it that would change. Oh yeah, that's right. No, I don't see that happening in this movie.
Yeah, I don't. The same here. I don't see a need to rewatch it again. Honestly, to rewatch it at all.
And while we're on the subject of reviewing and kind of being a little down on the the tall grass, we have to tell you guys there will be no show next week for obvious reasons because we're all at Comic-Con, and hopefully myself and all the other guys will shoot some video. Maybe we can show you guys some stuff.
Might be hardest for me.
Yeah.
Doing.
Well, we can do it anyway. I mean,
yeah, it's not easy for us either. I mean, I think, Roy, you mean like when we get breaks or we're walking around, you know what I mean? Because
fun, because
you can probably get it right when it first starts and like right when it ends.
During the weekend, I don't have time to do much of anything.
Yeah.
If I maybe shove a burger down my throat.
Yep.
Until Sunday evening when we're done.
Yep.
And I do all my stuff. Like I try to find out where stuff is during the weekend. Or like last year, if you tell me, hey, go buy this because like at Tom's the reason why I got the Pennywise from last year from the convention. Now what I'm doing is like, dude, do it.
Yeah.
I ended up buying 2 of them, one as a gift for Christmas. And
I think Friday I'll try to get there like a hour and a half early just to walk the floor a little bit so I'm familiar and see what's out.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. Like I said, like Roy was saying, on a Friday, I've lucked out almost every year. I luck out on Fridays where it's either the person I'm with is only there for an hour or not there at all, and they'll just be like, go hand out waters and go walk around and have fun because you're going to be busy the next 2 days. So I've lucked out like that, quite a few of the years, and that's like Roy was saying, that helps. It gives me the chance to walk around, see all the vendors, all the stuff that we want, because I know Roy, like, things. I know Roy's going to be looking for prints and stuff like that. Get all that information. And then on Sunday, towards the end there, because inevitably most of the celebrities leave early on Sunday because it's a travel day or whatever. We get that last sort of hour, maybe two, to walk around and scoop up all those things that we wanted. And on Sunday, it's nice to do that too, because they're breaking down, the vendors are breaking down, getting ready to go home. So they're more apt to cut deals. They're just like, yeah, take it. You know what I mean? Whatever, start cutting you. Oh yeah, 5 for $1 or whatever it is. So yeah, that's what I do personally.
Yeah.
And if you're volunteering, that's my suggestion for you.
Yep, most definitely. So we announced, but we said Derek is doing the next movie review. Did you pick your movie yet, by any chance?
I did. We're gonna stay on Netflix for this. We're gonna watch the live action version of Bleach.
Nice.
Tune in in 2 weeks on a normal scheduled time, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
4:30, and we'll be reviewing Bleach. So I want to thank you all for watching, and for all you guys that stick with us, thank you very much. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Comment on this video. Let us know what you want us to review. Let us know what you think about Comic-Con. If you're going to Comic-Con,
Come find
let
us.
us know below. For Derek, Tom, and myself, have a geeky great day.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good rest of the weekend.